Hey everybody, and welcome back to Uru Complete Chronicles. We have reached this mysterious room here in which our key has received 5 green lights. There's also this floating light over here, which is a little strange. But there's also a notebook here. Maybe the notebook will give us some answers as to what we're dealing with. So let's check it out. The Great Zero. Oh, is this what this is? We've been hearing a lot about this place. Let's check it out. Draft coffee. Not copy. Or cough. It is copy. Not coffee. I just got done with having coffee with somebody, so I've got that on my mind. Alright, let's read it. Draft copy 1.04 DRC. Welcome to the Great Zero. You'll notice a number of different areas to the Great Zero structure, as well as a number of various machines. We apologize for the great detail, but the structure and related mechanisms and systems are somewhat complicated. Antechamber. You are currently standing in the Great Zero Antechamber. Though you can see the Great Zero machinery through the small window, access to the Great Zero courtyard is not available directly from the antechamber. In order to access the plaza, you will need to upload 5 Great Zero markers, GZMs, into the Great Zero system and linked into the plaza via your Nexus. Great Zero Marker, GZM, uploads. Great Zero markers, found in numerous locations throughout the cavern, are fairly easy to find, and by following a few easy steps, simple to upload into the system. Once you have a key version 2.0 or higher, which you have if you linked here by way of the Nexus, you still need to upgrade your key to retrieve marker coordinates. That can be done easily by placing your key into the upload machine in this room. The first time a key is inserted, the system will enable your key to retrieve markers. If you see 5 faint-colored lights on your key, then you have properly enabled your key to retrieve markers. 2. Find GZMs. They are located throughout the cavern in a variety of locations. Please note that markers can be in a large variety of places, not just the more common paths. However, be aware that these markers will not be visible unless they sense an upgraded key within 25 feet. 3. Before the point they are visible to the naked eye, as long as there is an unobstructed view, the small light on your key will also begin to flash as an indicator. Once you see the GZM, you will need to touch it. You will know the GZM has been registered if one of the faint lights turns solid. 4. Once you have found 5 GZMs and have 5 solid lights in your key, you will need to return here to the antechamber and upload your GZMs into the system. You can use the same machine you used to initiate your key to do that. Great Zero Courtyard. 1. Once you have uploaded 5 GZMs, you will find a new link in your Nexus. That link will take you to the Great Zero Courtyard, the central location of the Great Zero Neutrino Dispenser. 2. You will see another upload machine inside of the courtyard, as well as a couple of doors toward the back of the room. Great Zero Calibration Center Access. 1. The Calibration Center, located behind the courtyard, cannot be accessed unless a key has registered more GZMs, more than the 5 that are needed to access the courtyard. Registering is done the same way as listed above. You'll have a new set of faint lights. As GZMs are found, they will turn solid again. 2. Once the second set of GZMs have been uploaded, in either the courtyard or the antechamber, the doors leading to the Calibration Center will automatically open for you from that point forward. Great Zero Calibration Center. Most important to the Calibration Center are the 4 Great Zero Maintenance Units, GZMU, toward the back, as well as the Calibration Imager, CI. 2. Once you have uploaded 20 GZ markers and upload machines in either the antechamber or courtyard, you will be allowed access to the machines and the ability to find a new type of marker known as a Calibration Great Zero Marker, CGZM. Calibration Great Zero Markers, CGZMs. 1. Once you've reached the Great Zero Calibration Center, your key only needs to finish the calibration process by synchronizing calibrations with the Great Zero itself. 2. There are 4 machines that enable you to carry out the final task. 3. You will need to receive a coordinate from one of the 3 machines, the 4th is not yet available, and find the single marker at that coordinate. Similar to the early markers, it will only become visible when you have entered a certain radius, and you will have to touch it. Once you have found the first one, you will need to return to the calibration center and insert your key into one of the machines. At that time, you will be able to read one of the 3 coordinates on your key. 4. After the second, you will be able to read 2. 5. After the third, you will be able to read 3. 6. At that point, the 4th will become available. 7. After you have found the 4th marker, your key will be calibrated. 8. If the grade 0 has not been turned on, it will also be turned on. Is that true, Laxman? We obviously haven't tested this. 9. And you're finished. Congratulations. We at the DRC hope that this document has provided you a better understanding of the key and grade 0 functionality. We also hope you realize how vital your success is to help calibrate our grade 0. We appreciate your support greatly. Is this too mushy? Might be a little over the top. Again, thank you for visiting the grade 0, and we appreciate your patience and support. Alright, so we now know what this is all about, and presumably what this is. This must be a marker. And you notice here we can actually touch the marker itself here, although I don't... Okay, I guess you do have to touch it. I thought you can touch it here. I could have sworn there's a way to do that, but maybe not. Alright, we'll go ahead and touch that. It's still flashing, even though the marker is not here anymore. So we need to find more markers. So there's actually 25 markers out of 20 that you can get for both this initial 5 to access, and then 15 more is actually the number you need to get through those doors that are mentioned later. So this is the antechamber. In order to get past this, we need 5, and then the next level is 15, and then we'll have to do those calibration markers. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and go throughout the city and see what we can find. So let's go ahead and start. Let's grab the Nexus here. And tell you what, why don't we start in the middle of the city? Let's go to Coda. Of course, you guys haven't actually seen the layout of the city yet, so you wouldn't notice the middle, but I know the future. And we'll collect some grade 0 markers here. We'll figure out how many we can get around here. Oh, I see a red light. There must be something over here somewhere. There's this path out here. I don't think it's actually here. I believe it's actually above us. If I remember this correctly. It's been a while. There it is. Gotcha. Alright, so that's 2 down, 3 to go. So yeah, a bunch of this expansion is mainly finding these markers, and that's why the expansion was actually free, because a lot of this content, as far as the layout of this place, was available in the game. You just couldn't actually access it. So, let's see, is there anything over here? I'm not seeing any blinking or red lights there. I think this is just always going to stay on. Let's head inside here. We haven't been in... Ooh. I see the red lights. Let's see here. Anything outside? Whoa. Door opened up there. Ah, there you are. That is 3 lights. We haven't been to this location yet. This is the museum here in Dunny. Not exactly a very big place. I think you maybe one day could go down there and see more stuff or something like that. But in the meantime, let's see what we've got here. There's this drawing here, which is meant to show you some scale images of animals as compared to humans. And this is apparently a part of a place called Negulon. Negulon, as far as a few other, or as well as a few other locations. Oops, I hear a noise. There you are, right there. One more to go. So yeah, Negulon, as well as a few other locations, are part of a set of locations called the Pod Ages, and these were meant to be accessible via Uru Live. And we've got a Relto page, which adds, I think, celestial bodies to our own Relto age. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, you were supposed to go there, and there's a whole puzzle involving that, but I won't get into that here. Alright, so that seems to be all we can find inside this place, so let's move on. Ah, I see something. There is a marker there. So we got all the 5 we needed to get inside the courtyard area. So, I believe this location is the Guild Hall, which is not something we can access, but I believe was supposed to be an additional spot that you can get to. Eventually, with some time. I like the idea of being able to progressively gain more access to stuff in the game. That's pretty neat. Alright, let's go ahead and head back. I don't think this will work. You have to do it inside the antechamber. Yeah, that just registers your key. You'll know that you've deposited the markers because the lights will disappear. Alrighty, let us go to the antechamber again. So, as I mentioned earlier, one of the fun things about... Wait, it's not here? Did we just miss... Okay, that's weird. Let's go back to Corel and go that way, I guess. Yeah, one of the things that made this expansion free was the fact that all the game files for this location, not Corel, but the Dunny Cavern itself, as well as Bevan itself, were accessible, or were present, I should say, not necessarily accessible, in the base game. And one of the things I discovered is that if you deleted pieces of each location from the game files, to which linking books led you, like, for instance, the places with the balconies and whatnot in Agura, you could actually end up in the city proper and not just in those balconies. So actually, I would do that to gain access to a lot of the pieces of Dunny, even though it was kind of disparate. And it was kind of fun to do that, even though there was absolutely nothing to do out in the actual city. But it was still cool, though. Alright, is there a spot that I missed here? See, I thought putting your key into this would... Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright, so now... I thought there would be like a little Nexus pedestal thing around here. Am I just blind and not seeing this? I'm not seeing any sort of thing that you can put your key into other than that one spot there. Huh. Well, we definitely got the next set of markers because we got 15 red lights. So, why don't we go through the Nexus and see what we've got now. Okay, there we go. We can go to ReZero, which I'm assuming is the actual courtyard. I guess that makes sense. I mean, you don't really have much of a use for going into the antechamber again, but this place we will have a use for going to, since that's ultimately where we can access this calibration stuff that we need to reach in the future. Alright, so this is the Great Zero. This is the one area that you couldn't access in the base game, if that wasn't in the files, I should say. And from here we can actually get some markers, and apparently there's one somewhere around here. Well, let's go check it out. I'm assuming it's probably down this way. I think this stuff here on the ground is meant to be a map of the actual cavern itself. Although there isn't any particular recognizable landmarks here. There's definitely this interesting river here, which is pretty cool. And we just can see a path here that leads to a door. And there's another similar path that way. So these must be the doors that grant us access once we have the 15 calibration markers. Alright, well, tell you what, let's go check out that, is it under here? There it is, right there. Alright, that's one down and we got 14 to go. I don't think there's any more in this area here, so we'll come back here after we're done collecting all the other ones. So I think for now what we can do, let's actually not go to Relto to do this. I'm going to go to Kirel next, because you can actually find these markers in the neighborhoods too. Where the neighborhoods exist in relation to the rest of the cavern, and this is something that's a little bit more strange once you get the actual coordinate functionality of the key. That, I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'm sure someone who understands the coordinates functionality might, a little bit better than I do, might be able to figure that out. But the neighborhoods definitely appear to be in a completely separate area, like far away in terms of their coordinates numbers than the rest of the cavern is. Alright, so let's see what we've got in this area here. Is there anything down here? Okay, apparently there's one in here somewhere. Okay, there it is, right there. Kind of blends into the light. You really got to keep an eye out on that red indicator there. Alright. And there's definitely one here. I hear it. There it is, right there. Alright. Next up, let's head on to Bevan. And I think I actually will use the Relto book for this, because we got some new stuff to check out. New Relto pages. I think Phil had this Relto page, if I'm not mistaken, because he had a moon that direction, which we now have. I like the fact that they give you a dock to match the mist dock. It's pretty cool. And you can see a sun over there. It's pretty neat. Alright, let's move on to hang on a sec. To Bevan. You also notice we've got a new book here, which is for the Nexus. But we'll save that for when we need it. For now, let's just go to Bevan. Alright, there should be... let's see. I think it's somewhere down the bottom, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, my key interface is gone. Whoops. There we go. Ah, there you are. Okay, that should be all we can get here. So let's move on to that balcony with the mural on it. Actually, it would be a good opportunity to take another look at the mural, and you can compare what it shows with what happened earlier. There he is. Oh, I missed one in Kirel. Ah! Oh well. I do want to show all the markers, even though there are 5 extra ones. So yeah, here's the Here's the mural. You can see the Barrow Cave, 4 pillars, Star Fissure. The pillars go to Relto, they come back, and now they're in the cave above Dunny. And there's a bunch of Happy Barrow there. So, pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to have to go to the Nexus to get to Corel again. That was my bad. There's also all these little balconies and stuff that we can access via Agora, which we can get through here. So let's go to the Nexus again. It's kind of a sad that you can't access Corel through Relto, but oh well. There we go. Get that there. Corel. And I'm not actually sure where this one is. I'm going to have to look for it. But apparently there is a third one here. Oh, for some reason the key keeps minimizing on us there. Nothing here. Hey, this set of stairs. Did we show this off earlier? We did not. Alright. I am not seeing anything so far. Maybe over here? Oh, I hear a noise. It's definitely on that side. Near that, or it's in here. No, we got farther away from it. Alright. This we need to figure out. There it is, right there. Okay. I'm going to get all the ones I can find on all these random balconies and whatnot. So let's go, first of all, to the Takoda rooftop. You guys remember this place. This is the place where we read all the journals and stuff. Let's see. Oh! We could get to the courtyard via this. And I totally did not mean to go there. That was my bad. Alright, let's go back. I totally forgot because it's a Barrow stone that it would appear in that book. I thought that it wouldn't appear there. It makes sense, though, since there's not really a key link to there. Okay. I'm not sure if this is one. I'll check just to be sure, but let's just make sure. Yep, it certainly is. In fact, minimizing the key is probably better because it's more noticeable when it's there he is. I'm not sure where we are. Is this the... Oh, okay, this is the near Takoda. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's go back. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take care of all the markers in the areas we know, and then in the next video I'll explore some additional territory for the areas we don't. I don't believe there's one in Kadish Gallery. This one... I don't actually think there is one here either. This... Okay, here's Takoda Rooftop. Alright, you can already hear it. Oh, there it is. It's way up there. Alright, and I think the other one is all the way over here. I distinctly remember one being here. There it is. Cool. Alright, so that is another 2 down. How many have we gotten so far? We've got 9. So we only have 6 more to go. Alright, we're not quite done here yet. couple more places I want to visit first. One of them is Sharper's office in Dunny, because there's definitely one there. Oh, hey, here we go. We do have links to the other borrow stones where we register the keys. That's cool. Alright, I can already see it. Is it over here? Nope. Over here somewhere? Oh, it's coming from behind me. There it is. It's right in the painting. Alright. I think that's all we can do there. Yep, I think we're doing pretty well here as far as being able to get all these. So a lot of the other ones are in Agura, and will require a little bit more exploration. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start by heading to the library first. That was one of the links that we found through that egg room in Corel. And I think from there we'll work our way back, because that's one of the farthest spots. So to save on a lot of walking time, I think we'll do that. But we're going to start this in the next video. So until then, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you can get notified of the next episode. But until that next episode, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.